Hey y'all, welcome back. So I actually have a confession, so I really don't know what makeup look we're gonna do today, but we just gonna get it going. And I actually want to use this new palette. As you guys know, I do unboxings of BoxyCharm, and I actually kind of want to tell y'all about my experience with the premium this time around, but I only want to keep it super positive, so I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. But when I did select like the add-ons that I wanted, and purchase things from the store. So I don't know if you guys remember, in a last video I kind of talked about what was happening with one of my boxes, where they actually sent me a coupon, or not a coupon, but like a percentage off, because some of the things in my box wouldn't match my deeper skin complexion. So I really was like, okay, well, I wasn't really sure. I'm not exactly sure what product they were mentioning, because everything kind of was okay. The concealer could have been just a little bit lighter, because it was actually like the color of my foundation, but I mean, that's nitpicking, so who cares. But I actually used that to get this Iconic palette, and so I was able to purchase this. This was actually $12 on the what is it, well, there was a cover up, but we're not gonna do that. But it was $12 when I purchased it from BoxyCharm. I actually didn't have to pay anything for shipping. I got this, I've had this for probably about 2 weeks now. It took about 2 weeks to actually get to me, so I had done this fairly early. But I did want to go ahead and show you guys the colors in this palette. I think I'm actually going to mix these colors with another palette, just because there are a ton of shimmers in here, and I've actually really been in green, so I think we're going to do Don't Gel, and that is this beautiful green right there. That's this color right here. So yeah, this is the palette that we're going to use. This palette actually retails for, I think, $62, and I would like to see like how the quality is, and like you guys let you guys see this as well, because it does say that it's made in China, which I think is really weird for a product that is its price point is at the level in which Iconic this palette is. And I say that because normally excuse me, so normally I don't experience palettes made in China that at this price point. Normally they're like made other places, but we're gonna check it out. It could just be a really great formulation or whatever, but I've never used anything from Iconic London. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to leave in my brows, because I realize that you guys may not know how I do my brows, and I want to give you guys the opportunity to see it. It will be sped up, so I feel like, hey, whatever. It's not like it's just gonna add an extreme amount of length to this video. So Okay, y'all, so I'm about to go in with this light brown in this corner right here. I'm going with that shade, and then I'm going to go in with this darker brown to kind of create a base. And then on the lid, I'm going to go in with Don't Gel It, Gel It. And I'm just going to go in with one of my Luxie brushes. This is the Luxie 205. I'm just going to go in on that corner right there. Just kind of creating a base, really, is what I'm doing. So how y'all been, y'all? I know right now it is the day after Halloween, so it's the 1st of November. And I just want to know how y'all doing. Because y'all, look, I have, so I, been wondering, are y'all gonna be quarantining for like the winter time, kind of like kicking back on like going places and stuff like that? I've actually been feeling like that's the best thing for us to do because, you know, they said that some of the cases were gonna go up. So I'm not playing with that. I'm actually really a homebody anyway, so I don't mind being at home. But I was telling my boo, I was like, I think it's really time to kind of close up shop as far as like company and everything like that, and really just let it be just us and the kids. A lot of times it is that anyway, but it's a little bit more definition on this side, but make sure that's pulling it out. So. But yeah, did you guys do anything special on Halloween? Because I did. We actually did a surprise like Halloween, Dia de los Muertes theme Halloween party, and it was like a surprise birthday party for my now 11-year-old, or our 11-year-old, and so we did that. We got so many cool things. He was really happy, and it was a super small get together, but it was such a wonderful feeling to be able to still celebrate that day with him. So he was really happy. And we did it on Halloween because my fiance, he's not going to be here. Well, he's going to be here, but we're not going to be able to celebrate specifically on that day because it's going to be gone majority of that day. He has to work. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So we have actually been, this is a good thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about, and I got so excited because, so I have been feeling like, you know, of course I have 2 little ones, but I feel like I don't have a whole lot of traditions that me and my family do, and we're not like a close-knit family. We are a large family, but I don't talk to a lot of people in my family. I didn't grow up with a lot of people in my family. So if you guys didn't know, I actually grew up in Colorado. My family is primarily on the East Coast. And so I was just like, I've never felt like super connected to them. Even when I moved here, it's kind of like, yeah, you start to build bonds, but then you also start to see, you know, get to know people. But then even then, you know, you kind of grow apart and you go your own way once you really, you know, are grown. And I was still, no, I was like I was still kind of young when I moved back, but um, old enough to kind of like be on my own road and venture to do my own thing, if that makes sense. But so yeah. So I don't talk to like a whole lot of my family members. Not some intentionally, others non-intentionally. Just kind of like, you know, you get grown, you don't talk or see those cousins that you normally see on a regular basis. So I just was like, I want to create my own traditions with my family, because the way that I grew up is very different from my family here. And, you know, I want to instill different things in my children that I didn't grow up doing. And same for my fiance. So now that we are like, not now because we've been doing it, but we have our own family, and we've been thinking about things that are really important to us and creating those type of memories. And so I said, well, I want to start doing like our own traditions, things that make us feel more connected, because it's important for me that our children don't just feel like, oh, the holidays are about gifts or all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That they know the true meaning of holidays, and that it's more than the materialistic aspect, because we always go all out for our kids, and that's not going to stop. We always going to go all out for them. But on the holidays, I felt like it needs to be so much more than that, because you guys, my 4-year-old, he talked about Christmas from last Christmas to this Christmas. Literally, it was all he talked about. He was so excited, and all he thinks is it's just like the day of gifts, because he was really old enough to understand. He got everything that he wanted, you know, and I was just like, whoa. It's March, it's June, and you're waiting for this day. And I wish that he had a really great time, don't get me wrong. But I really wish that what stood out to him the most was like the family time. And I know that, you know, we are, you know, they're kids. So of course they're going to be like, you know, let me tell y'all something. So the consistency of this palette is so beautiful. And it's beautiful because it's so creamy. It's not chalky. It's very easy to apply. And you see how pigmented this color is? It went on so beautifully, and I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't pay $60 for it, so I'm glad that I didn't spend anything on it, but I just used my $12 credit. And I'm glad that I did that, because I'm really feeling this. But yeah, so I really want my kids to be able to appreciate the things outside of the gifts, because as we all know, as you grow up, of course you love Christmas and you love getting things, but the secretness of like Santa and, you know, just the secretness of being surprised, it kind of starts to dwindle, and I don't ever want them to lose that. So I have people in my family, like siblings and stuff, and it's like they don't even get excited about it anymore because that aspect is gone. And I feel so sad, because I'm like, oh my God, like you guys, it's about the time of the year. Why are you guys so like, yeah, whatever, it's just another day? That makes me so disappointed, because, you know, holidays mean a lot to me, and they mean a lot because I come from a big family. I have a ton of sisters and brothers, and I just feel like it was all about us being together, you know, having those moments together, being piled onto the sofa, like, you know, in each other's room, you know, just chit-chatting, like having all that family time. And I want it to be about that as well. And that's also another reason why we are choosing to have more kids. So, of course, not right away. We want to handle a few things first. And, you know, I still have all of my dreams that, you know, I want to accomplish and everything. And so does my fiance. So we're thinking about that. But that's also why I was like, you know, I really want to have a beautiful big family so they can get a chance to experience that and everything. So I kind of wish it was a little bit warmer, Because this color looks super warm, right? But it didn't, well, maybe it doesn't look super warm. I thought it was going to be warm, but it's kind of cool. So it doesn't have that like reddish orange. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Undertone that I thought it would, but it's just a true brown, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, so I want them to have some traditions that are outside of, you know, gifts and all that crazy stuff, and be able to really be happy and celebrate the holidays and be excited to do that with their families, that, you know, and when they get older, you know, because have you guys ever had those moments where they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna come pick my gift up and I'll see y'all later. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna come pick up a plate, but I don't want to spend time. And that's something that is disappointing to me. I see people do that to their parents, and I know everybody don't have a good relationship with their parents, but I also feel like it's not all about the money and what you can receive. So I don't want to get them on bad habits. I'm not going to take away the gifts, but I'm just going to add on to different traditions. So maybe every year we will do, I don't know, like it'll be a big thing, decorating the house, putting up the tree, like just really make everything so eventful. So yeah, I really just wanted to, you know, kind of check where we were on that and touch base, because that is just so, it's important to me, and I want it to be important to them. I know when they get older, I can't, you know, stop how they feel about different things, but let me see. Just there are there is I feel like I can't talk today. Okay, so there is fallout, but it's okay because I didn't do my foundation first, and that's perfectly okay. So let me actually go ahead and do some primer. I've really been loving this primer right here. It's not a primer, it's actually an aftershave, but I've been really appreciating that. I appreciate the fact that it lasts forever, you guys, forever. So all right, it smells so good. And so yeah, so we're gonna be creating those new traditions, and you know, I've really been feeling like that is the most important. So yeah, you guys, we're just trying to change things generationally, and you know, it's really important for us to be able to be there and be present more so with our family, and that's why we've been talking about, you know, being more financially free, like outside of working a job, and not only just working a job, but being able to have multiple streams of income. And I know a lot of people talk about this, but also like getting to the point to where, you know, even when we are on vacation, you know, our work doesn't have to overload us. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to, we can go on vacation and be free, knowing that our businesses are basically running themselves. We don't have to, you know, manually do so much, you know. So we've just been talking about all of that, and a part of the traditions that we are creating are generational as well. You know, I want to create things that my boys grow up doing, and hopefully I have a daughter as well, but you know, that my kids grow up doing, and they pass those wonderful traditions or fun traditions on to their children. And you know, it just changes things. You know, I feel like I want our family to be so so connected, you know, and so a part of each other. Like I want to be able to be in a good place financially, so that I can retire, and not only just be able to retire, but truly retire where I don't have to get up and go to work every day, or you know, be able to do what I love to do every day instead of doing what I have to do to you know, pay the bills. And I want that because I really want to be present in my grandchildren's lives. So nowadays when I pray, I'm like, God, thank you that you guys are going to hear my kids and my fiance come in the door now, because they're just getting back home. So excuse that. But you know, I'm already planning and saying my prayers for, like, thank you, God, that you blessed me to be able to help my, help my children with their children. Not that they need it, but just that, yo, if they need to, I want to be, what don't want them to be able to come over to my house, you know, or my kids to know, you know, if you drop your kids off, grandma got them, you know what I'm saying? Like, more than enough to where they got their own rooms at our house, a whole wardrobe, and going on vacation, and all those different things. And even I was talking to Terrence, and I was like, some of the things that, not, and it's never any shade, you know what I'm saying, when we say like change things that generational, because it's like, of course our parents do their best for us, you know what I'm saying, but we're just like, you know what, they did their part on helping us where where we are, and so now we want to help our kids get to where they are. So I even was saying, like, I want to be able to pay for my grandkids private school tuition, their college tuition, be able to help them with things like that so that their parents don't even have to worry about that, you know. And not only that, but like when they get married, you know, giving them gifts like buying their first home for them, because I know so many people, not so many people, but I do know people who, when they got married, their families were either able to help them with their down payment for their home, or they purchased a home for them, and that is so amazing. So it's like, I know sometimes we could look at that like, oh, everything's getting handed to you, but no, like, you're supposed to be able to get a leg up when it comes to, so this is like the exact same color, but I'm just gonna put this down because sometimes, you guys, sometimes my concealer is way too light, so I'm actually gonna blend them. And it's just extra coverage anyway, but giving them a leg up, you know, everything doesn't have to be so hard for so many different people. So that's where we are. And creating those traditions, I was thinking like, okay, so I don't know, like, we were just kind of thinking about what those traditions were going to be. So as we start to add things, I will come to you guys with an update on what we're doing. I don't know if you guys celebrate Three Kings Day, but that's the tradition that we do also. And let's see. Yeah, so that's super important for me. And I also feel like, you know, with quarantine, of course, we've learned so much about each other and so many things that we were missing. Like, I remember every day when I would take my kid to daycare, and it didn't matter what daycare he was going to. He was just like, I want to stay with you, mommy. I want to stay with you. So now where I'm looking to be, of course, I work from home. And it's mainly because of, because of COVID right now. But the true thing is that I've been saying for a long time, like, baby, I want to be able to be home. I want to be able to homeschool the kids. My oldest, he's been doing amazing, you guys. Like, so great at homeschooling. His grades have been up, and he dealt with like bullies before, but now he's able to focus. He doesn't have to worry about what people are saying to him. I even felt like he had issues with certain teachers, even though he's like a timid young man, but he's such a good boy. So all of those things have taken into account, and I was just like, you know, I'm not sending them back. I'm going to continue to homeschool them, and I'm going to continue to handle my business and delegate the necessary time so that, you know, we're able to do that. And, you know, there's so many other things that they can participate in. Like, when they're homeschooled, they can still participate in a school sport or anything like that. So that's so important for me. And I also want to take control of what they're learning and how they're learning, you know. One thing that's really important for me is allowing them to learn at their own speed. So if they understand something, just going ahead and, you know, still going over that topic, of course, but being able to move on and, you know, show them new things. Being able to travel across the country to different museums, you guys, and, you know, seeing different monuments, being able to, I don't know if you guys have ever seen people who they teach by living, and it's basically homeschooling, but they travel the world and their kids get immersed in so many different cultures, and they get to learn history from so many different like viewpoints. And, you know, it's not just like the way that they teach American history here. You know, it's just so many different things, and that is what I love. And so that's what I plan to do with the kids. Now, of course, you know, I have to do my businesses and everything like that too. So we'll be just like kind of working around that. But it's just kind of opened my viewpoint as far as like how I want to choose to live my life, because we all have a choice. You know, I know sometimes we can get stuck in like, this is the traditional way, and you get up and you do like a 9 to 5 or whatever that is. But you can choose to live your life however you choose to live it. And I think that this has been the most eye-opening thing for me. I'm not even saying that it's going to be super easy, but the true thing is that it's a choice on how we decide to live our lives. So that's been a really big thing for me. So I know that's a lot, but I really, really love that. And I love being able to have those experiences, because when I think about like when I think about things, I say like all the time. So, but when I think about things from a spiritual standpoint, I wake up sometimes and I'm like, God, I just do not believe that you created us just to work a job for majority of our life and spend the weekends or the after hours doing what we love to do, or, you know, that's how you plan for us to live life. And I understand, like, yeah, we have to work, you know, yeah, we have to you know, provide for our family in a certain way, or whatever way that we are able to find. But I know that for me, I know that if my spirit is feeling like, oh, okay, hey, there could be more in this area, or hey, something doesn't feel 100% settled. It doesn't mean like everything's gonna feel great. Of course, that's foolery. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying everything is gonna feel perfect, but I do think that you should feel purposeful. I think that you should feel happy with the way that things are. Every day is not going to be a good day, but I think that you should live intentionally. So that for me is what I'm looking to do, and I want to impress that on my kids also. I don't want them to get on the wheel of like corporate America or feel like they have to live their lives a certain way. I want them to truly like follow their passions and know that you know, whatever you have envisioned for yourself, whatever your passion is, you know, that God will bless that. You know, ask and receive. And as easy as that sounds, I know it's not easy 100%, but I just believe that half the thing after battle is just believing that God wants you to have the desires of your heart. So, and not settling for something just because everyone else is not doing it, or yeah, you know, just kind of focusing on the majority. So that's just where we are. I know that was so long, and it was also outside of just the traditions that we were kind of talking about, but I wanted to share that because I don't know if you guys ever feel that way, but I definitely do. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, maybe people don't talk about it. And I will realize, like, once my thought process started to change, the more things started to change for me. You know, I feel like God started opening up doors and opportunities for me to live the life that I wanted to live. And I'm not all the way there yet. You know, I'm not. Of course, it's a journey, but I do believe that, of course, I'm going to make it there. And I believe that every day I'm just getting closer and closer. So, yeah. So if y'all want to leave some of y'all family traditions that y'all do for the holidays, And not even just the holidays, just throughout the year, to just kind of stay connected with your family and make sure that you're like really enjoying life and enjoying your family the most. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this small, I don't know if you guys know, but this is the super cute makeup brush set that my boo got me, and he's so amazing, and they're such good quality. So I'm actually gonna jump into this green, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put that green all over the bottom line. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. So right now I'm really happy with these palettes. I was talking to my sister earlier this week, and actually yesterday, and we were kind of talking about some palettes that I had gifted her. And like whenever I get like super cute palettes, and I think that they look good on like they just do well, I will sometimes pick them up for my sister too. And so I happened to do that, and she was like, girl, you know, I don't even know like the name or the brand of this palette, but I want you to know like these palettes are really pigmented, they're really good. And she's mentioned like she even reaches for them over like a more popular brand that you know, people talk about a lot. And I was like, wow, you know, so I've been thinking about doing like videos on like the kind of not no name brands, because that's kind of disrespectful, but the brands that people really don't see or think about. And you know, maybe you're a little afraid to even think about buying it. You're a little afraid to think about buying it, and I'll buy it for you and test it out and see if it's worth it. Because a lot of times that's what I'm doing, y'all. Because when I first started doing makeup, other people's makeup and my own, oh my gosh, I want to see. Will this, ooh, I don't know. Should I? I'm going to do it. Should I? I'm going to do it. Alright, so I'm going to go into this. It's lit. And I'm going to put that right up in here. I feel like you can't even see it a little bit. Like, it's not even that it's not pigmented. I feel like you can't, it's not picking up on camera. Oh, you can see it. You can. Okay, you can see it. So yeah. But yeah, I talk about those things all the time. And I remember when I first started doing makeup, and my budget was not large, you guys. I was an insurance agent, and I was just trying to like get my feet wet, honestly. And I was working and going to school. It was just so much. And even after school, I was still working, and I had only one child at that time. But still, it's life, you know. And I've always believed that you do not have to break the bank to get really great quality products. So in building my kit then, I actually used like similar brands that I use now. I've of course built that palette to like tested out so many brands since then. And oh y'all, I'm just like, I'm liking it. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to blend it out a little bit more. I'm just gonna bring this in a little bit more to kind of connect with the green at the bottom. Oh, you guys, I think this might be my new favorite palette. So yeah, I really like how the metallics work. They look so beautiful. So I think I'm good. Oh, hey, let me do some blushes. I have my flat iron, it's cut off, but that's what you heard if you hear things going on the floor. So I feel like I always go for this palette. I actually purchased this palette from the hair store. Well, I always use this palette, this Profusion palette, because I really like the colors in there. But I'm actually going to go into this palette. This is the blush. It's by Clean Color. And this was in my beauty. This is broken. Anyway. But this was in my beauty supply makeup haul that I had. And I was just trying out different brands and seeing how I like them. You can't really go wrong with certain blushes as long as they kind of show up. But I think I kind of want to go into like a more muted color. So I think I'm going to go into this color. I don't know. Maybe I should go into that. What you guys think? Is that too warm? I don't know. Let me go into this one first. Yeah, that ain't doing nothing. So I'm going to go into another one. But yeah, you guys. So I really like I don't even feel like these are coming up, so maybe you can't go wrong with blushes because I can't. Oh wait, I think you can. These some of these in the Profusion, they kind of have some shimmers in them, and I don't really care for that, so I'm just gonna, I don't want to do too loud of a color because it's kind of like a neutral face. So yeah, but that's good. And then I'm gonna go into, I don't know if you guys, so I've been loving this Milk highlighter, but I actually think I'm gonna go into this Black Radiance right here because I feel like I want to be extra, right? I feel like that. So I'm actually gonna go in with this kind of brush. This is actually like, it's not dense at all. It's a pure brush, and I really don't care for this brush because I like my brushes more dense, but I feel like for what is it, for highlight, it might be okay. So I'm just gonna dip in that and kind of see how that. So I'm gonna go into this a little bit. Oh, I gotta get a new chair for the studio because this one is like hurting my butt so bad. But I'm just gonna jump in here and I'm just gonna put some in there. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, you guys. Whew, forgive me. But, okay. So this is kind of how this is looking. Alright, so I don't think we talked about it, but I do have some new lippies, right? So I have some new lippies that come from NYX, and they are the NYX Lingerie. Make sure this is it. And this is the lineup. So it was a 6-pack that I got, and they were actually $30 for 6, so I felt like that was pretty good. But this is what they look like. For this look, I think I'm going to go into like the more chocolate kind of colors. I'm not going to go too dark because I feel like I've been going in super dark lately. So, and I know I don't have my lashes on, but we're doing things a little bit backwards today. Love you too. You cooking brownies? You cooking brownies? I heard the oven on. Oh. Oh yeah.
Did she leave?
She did.
Did she take an Uber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm not putting any liner on. So I'm just gonna line my lips with it. I'm just gonna line my lips with this. So I feel like I have pretty full lips. Some people disagree. I don't really care what y'all think if you disagree. But I think that I do, so it's really important for me to appropriately line my lips. So I'm going with a little bit of a lighter color in the middle. So I feel like that's cool. I have these more muted. They kind of, I'm going to go in with this color in the middle. I feel like I should just go in with this, but I'm just going to see how this color looks first. Yeah, so that doesn't really change anything. They do blend kind of okay with each other. You do have to kind of go in with your finger a little bit, but I mean, I feel like they're okay. They're super matte. Like, I can feel my lips like, but they're super matte. Alright. Oh, I'm kind of feeling this. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. This kind of reminds me of that super nude pink Nicki Minaj used to wear when she first came out. When it was like the Barbie moment. Alright, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of carve out my cupid's bow a little bit, because I feel like there are times when it's like my lips are not on my face. They have no shape. So I'm going to go in with this Pretty Gold Black Radiance again. Another super affordable brand. Thanks for cooking the bread, baby. Baba. Baba.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Huh?
What you doing?
On my TV show?
Well, thank you for cooking the bread. So yeah, y'all. I'm gonna pop my lashes on. Hold up. Do these need to be blended a little bit more? Maybe I do need to blend it with a little bit more brown. Going with the light brown a little bit, just on the outside. Kind of blend it, because I don't want to lose it. Oof. I was looking so hard, I felt like my eyes just started to water. And in quarantine, since quarantine hit, y'all have not been wearing my glasses, and that is not good. But I know I'm gonna have to do so. So if y'all start seeing me with glasses in my video, don't worry. They are a prescription. And yes, I should have been wearing this entire time. However, how things were set up was, I didn't really feel the need to do that. Alright, so I'm just going to try to blend it out a little bit more over that lighter color, because it's just not super blended. So, so we're going to leave that like that. And I wish I had done some bigger curls on my hair, but you know, that's just that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on, and I'm going to put some lashes on, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I am back. So this is the look. I have my lashes on, and I put some mascara on the bottom line. I'm not sure if y'all can see that. And so I'm really happy about how this came out. I feel like I look like I'm 10 with this high ponytail, but you know, it just is what it is. So yeah, y'all, I'm just so happy. I really love this look. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. We have goals for this channel, and I would like to get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of my year. So I'm officially 6 months in. And so if we can get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of my first year, if you guys can help me with that goal, I would appreciate it so much so. And also in the comments, I would like for you guys to put videos that you would like to see, content that you would like for me to provide to you guys, because I am catering to you guys, and I want to thank you so much for supporting me. And so yeah, so thank you so much. And okay, let me know if y'all recreate this look. So bye.